It's gonna be like. So what if we lose? It's gonna be all right. So what if we get swept? It's gonna be all right. So what if we miss out on the money? It's gonna be all right. That he just gives you that impression.
I'm just getting sued. Everyone's so sensitive. YouTube was demonetizing like half my videos because they were becoming more, progressive, and all of their advertisers would be like, we can't have this.
You just will never be a good fighter. So I wish that I could have knocked him out at the start. But as we saw tonight, Jake has spirit.
Stephen A. Smith claims that Jake Paul is facing bankruptcy after being sued for allegedly fixing his boxing matches, arguing that risking everything for illegal shortcuts is never worth it. He reportedly emphasized that once wrongdoing is exposed, consequences are unavoidable, and when the truth comes out, the fallout is inevitable. According to Smith, this situation was bound to happen sooner rather than later, a view echoed by multiple media outlets covering the controversy.
Normal. I'm talking about people who let it cost them their money.
Yeah.
That's all I'm talking about. If it don't cost you your money, puff, puff, and pass away. Yeah.
Jake Paul reportedly says he lost his fortune after facing multiple lawsuits, with even his YouTube videos being taken down due to content issues. He claims each legal battle cost him millions, and the losses piled up rapidly. Despite once earning massive sums, the ongoing legal fights allegedly drained his finances, leaving him with nothing, as he reflects on how quickly wealth can vanish when legal troubles keep mounting.
I can't say the names, but there's like a firm who has stolen a bunch of money from celebrities in Los Angeles and athletes.
You don't want to say the name because you're probably going to get sued.
No, yeah. No,
That's another $1 million.
I'm probably going to sue them one day.
Jake Paul reportedly maintains that he never fixed any fights and insists he will take legal action against anyone who accuses him of wrongdoing. He allegedly states that scripted bouts are illegal and that making false allegations is a serious offense. According to Paul, the claims against him are completely baseless and could even amount to a federal crime, emphasizing that he is prepared to sue to defend his reputation and career.
Mike Tyson was 100% scripted. Mike Tyson repeatedly bit his boxing glove throughout the fight. When fights are scripted, fighters do weird gestures to signal that they're hurt. It's very possible Mike Tyson was biting on his glove to tell Jake Paul to calm down. Now, if that's not enough proof that this fight was scripted, in the middle of the fight, Mike Tyson is literally talking to Jake Paul.
Jake Paul reportedly dismisses claims that his fights are rigged, calling such opinions dumb, and insisting critics don't understand boxing. He explains that many people misjudge the sport and overlook the strategy behind every move in the ring. According to Paul, labeling his fights as fixed is unfair, as those making such claims lack the knowledge to truly appreciate the skill and complexity involved in professional boxing.
That you was rigging those fights, though. I ain't gonna lie.
You honestly believe that?
I wanted to believe it when you fought Woodley.
Rampage.
You know I'm an MMA guy.
Anyone who believes that narrative, it's like, come on. You think Anderson Silva's going to lose. You think
No.
Woodley's going to take a fall. You know these guys.
Yeah, no, I didn't think Anderson would take a fall.
People think the Mike Tyson fight's rigged. I try to understand.
Tony Jeff, speaking in defense of Jake Paul, argues that claims suggesting Mike Tyson was holding back are mistaken. He reportedly explains that Tyson wasn't restraining himself because if he had thrown a full punch, Jake would have instantly responded. According to Jeff, critics simply don't understand boxing and fail to recognize the skill, timing, and strategy involved, making their accusations unfair and misguided.
That Mike Tyson has got to do this fight. This is what I wrote on Instagram, and someone commented saying he doesn't have to do it, he's choosing to do it. And then I thought, you're right, he is choosing to do it, but why is he choosing to do it? Well, he's doing it for one reason and one reason only, and that is the money. He's getting paid so much money to do this. So that tells me he's getting bought. So again, it is sad that someone like Mike Tyson can get bought, because this guy is an absolute legend. He shouldn't be able to get bought like this. He's 57 years old. He needs to be enjoying retirement. Now, I don't think that I've got the wealth that Mike Tyson's got, but if someone offered me $20 million to fight Jake Paul, I would say no, because I care too much about my brain health, about my children, about my family, where it seems like he is being bought. And I'm not trying to disrespect the man. I absolutely love the man. It's just so
Analysts on the Joe Rogan podcast have suggested that Jake Paul's fight against Mike Tyson may have been scripted. They reportedly point out that while Tyson appeared sharp and powerful during training, his performance in the ring seemed restrained. According to these analysts, his punches were controlled and his intensity appeared deliberately limited, differing from his usual style. They argue that the pacing, timing, and reactions in the fight were managed in a way that made the bout seem carefully orchestrated rather than fully competitive.
Himself against actual, not just world champion, but one of the greatest of all time.
Are the fights even real? Like the Tyson fight? Like I saw video breakdowns of Tyson not throwing punches early on in that fight. I don't know if you watched any of those videos where like there's a left hook is 100% available. Tyson on in training 99% of the time releases that punch and he held up. Like, do you think that was a real fight?
It looked like sparring to me. That's what it looked like. But
like with an arrangement beforehand? Like,
I wouldn't want to speculate because I haven't talked to anybody about it. But my educated assessment,
agree.
Yes,
agree.
It looked like
Jake Paul's recent fight against Anthony Joshua reportedly sparked rumors that he was trying to manipulate the bout in his favor through strategy and careful movement. However, those tactics didn't seem to go as planned, leaving Jake primarily focused on staying safe rather than aggressively controlling the fight. Observers noted moments of defensive skill, but his overall approach appeared cautious, highlighting the challenge of facing a top-tier opponent like Joshua. Analysts suggest that despite his preparation and strategy, the fight revealed the difficulty of fully executing plans in the unpredictable world of professional boxing.
For him in terms of what he's doing in the boxing ring.
Listen, so long as people will tune in and so long as Jake Paul is paid by Netflix or any broadcaster to air his fights, we're going to see this continue. And Jake Paul knows his business model, right? Now, this deviated, this AJ fight, which came together kind of last minute after the Tank Davis fight fell apart. But we know Jake Paul's MO here. It's find the most popular guy with the most physical disadvantages for me to fight. And Jake Paul has the benefit that he's turned himself into a villain, or in the pro wrestling circles, a heel. People tune in to watch. We did not tune into this fight to see competitive boxing. Most of us tuned in because we thought, here's Anthony Joshua. Here's a two-time unified heavyweight champion, a guy who physically just overwhelms Jake Paul. And we're finally going to get what Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva and Nate Diaz were not physically fit, whether it be through their size, experience, or age, to do, and that is knock out Jake Paul. And so because I don't really feel like we got that satisfying comeuppance that a lot of people have been waiting for, it kind of gives Jake Paul a little bit of mystique, I'd almost say, to still try and string this along. Now, I don't know in terms, he says he wants to be cruiserweight champion. I'm not quite sure what the competitive road there is, because let's make no mistake, the reason this fight lasted as long as it did is because Jake Paul focused exclusively on being elusive. He did his best, and kudos to him, right? He did a great job of not getting cornered. He was always on the gas until the gas sort of fell out from underneath him. And so I don't quite know, short of leveraging his popularity, how he's going to get to that title shot if he's not actually going to fight, like really.
Confusion erupted among viewers during the 7th round of Jake Paul's fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., as some fans noticed online sources reportedly announcing Jake as the winner before the final bell. These early declarations fueled intense debate on social media, with many questioning the legitimacy of the bout. This incident, however, was not unique in Paul's career. Observers have often highlighted a recurring pattern of carefully chosen opponents, heavily promoted fights, and victories that appear almost predetermined.
You are watching this video. Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez are currently right now in the 7th round of their fight. But when you go to Google and Google the fight, it gives an accurate breakdown of all their past fights. And then it comes to the current fight, and it says that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. loses a unanimous decision to Jake Paul in 2025. The fight has not even played out yet. Yet they're saying that this is the end results as they are fighting right now, currently as it stands. This leans testament to the fact that people state that Jake Paul has his fights fixed. What's your thoughts on this? This is nasty work. Unbelievable. This is Google.
Jake Paul's fight against Chavez Jr. wasn't the first to draw scrutiny, as his approach often straddles a line between genuine competition and entertainment. Observers have noted a pattern. Opponents past their prime, bouts designed for maximum viewership, and circumstances that seem to favor Paul. These carefully orchestrated elements have fueled claims that his career focuses more on showmanship than truly testing his skills against evenly matched opponents.
And quite serious news in the combat sports world. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, it's come out now. It was rigged. I can't believe it. You know, you have to question the validity of boxing these days when you can't trust two professionals to get in the ring and do their best against each other. And instead you find out Mike Tyson pulling his punches, not trying to hurt Jake Paul. Absolute disgrace. I thought better of them. You know, I really did. I thought that Mike Tyson, especially, Iron Mike, he was just going to go in there and knock Jake clean out. But here he is, not trying.
Chael Sonnen, commenting on the situation, pointed out how unusual it is for a fighter with only 11 professional bouts to face opponents with extensive experience and Olympic backgrounds. According to Sonnen, putting such an underdeveloped professional in high-stakes fights doesn't make logical sense. From his perspective, these bouts often seem engineered to create dramatic storylines rather than reflect true competition.
For Jake, or if I think that Joshua is more experienced or better, I believe in I believe boxing's real. If boxing is an actual sport, if it is an actual sweet science, then of course a guy that's done it 11 times cannot compete with the Olympic champion. Of course. This is before you get size in there, before you get professional world titles in there. A guy that's done this 11 times cannot go into the Olympic Games and medal. If boxing, in fact, should be believed. I was with Portnoy. I liked it. I liked how he said that. So, you know, that's how I feel, too. Because I'm also cheering for Jake Paul. But I get it. I know we're not going to win tonight. But that's a compliment to boxing. And it is very hard for people to digest that Anthony Joshua can't cut him off. He can't find him. He can't do anything with that reach. He can't go out there and rush him. He can't throw this kid in a corner and beat him up. That is disappointing to me. That is baffling to me. As an MMA guy, I will just share with you, that would not be a problem at all. At all. If a guy's running away from me, it would be absolutely no problem. And you could put the boundaries at the city line. You could put it at the state line. I will track him down. I will put him somewhere and I will beat the dog out of him. So in a ring, I get where that is really disappointing. I get it, but it doesn't change the fact that that's what happened. And then Joshua, by the way, has the right to turn to some other things. Where I'm saying he had to cut him off, grab him, throw him in the corner, go beat him up. Well, I'm saying that Joshua has the right to go, I could feel some stuff. I knew it was going to come my way, right? For Joshua to say, well, I had the experience and yeah, he was moving and yeah, I could have cut him off a little different. But I didn't mind the way this was going. I didn't mind that he was running. I knew he would slow down. I knew he would come to me eventually. Like, for that to be Joshua's mindset.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates in the next one.